Hey everybody in the video online world, it's me, Miss Isabel Marie 13, coming again from day 56 of the Favao Fitness Challenge. This is Sunday, March 11th, 2012. It's daylight savings time, so hopefully you didn't miss that hour too much. It is also the wrap-up of week 8, the beginning of week 9 for the Favao Fitness Challenge, and like I said in my other video, I'm happy to announce that I'm down 30.5 pounds. I hit my goal for the week, which is 30. I actually exceeded that because I got that half pound down as of this morning. I also am down a half an inch from my waist and a half an inch from my hips, so that means I'm down a total of 11 inches total from my waist, 10.5 inches from my hips. I feel fantastic. So let's get on with the food prep for week 9. Let's see what's on the menu and what we're going to make this week. Over here, as usual, we have our Zango Favao supplements. Here's the multivitamin 365. Now, I do take all of them, just so everybody knows. I take Elevate for mental clarity and focus and vigor, multivitamin every day. I do take the bone health for women. Osteoporosis is something that does affect us. I do take the omega-3s because our body doesn't produce it naturally, and they're very good for our health. So I take them. Here's the Favao protein back here, which tastes very yummy. I think it tastes like a cake mix, vanilla cake mix. That's what it tastes like to me. They're available in vegetable and whey. So for people that are vegan, they would go vegetable, and people that are not would go for the whey. I go both, one of one every month. Here's the cleanse. Here is the Favao Stevia, the metabolic pills, and also the fiber. Excuse me. I love all the products, and I take them every single day, like I said. Now, let's get on with the food. Back here we have the Believe, because I love it. I got it for Christmas, and if you guys know me, that's one of the words that is just so relevant in my life and keeps coming up again. So we have bananas back here. We have water, lots of water. We have skim milk, broccoli, fresh broccoli over here, some garlic. We have oranges. We had a choice of which fruit we wanted this week. I love oranges, and I found out today that between apples and oranges, they have the same amount of fiber, but this has like tons more, double, triple the amount of vitamin C, obviously. So it was really good choice. Edamame beans, lots and lots of water, like I said. Now here's the blueberries that I carried over from weeks and weeks ago. I also have strawberries if I run out of this. This is about that much full. We have lots and lots of eggs back here. We have 2 18-count eggs back there. Some salsa, some cottage cheese, some yogurt, also from other weeks. This cereal from last week, or the week before. Here's the pancakes from a couple of weeks ago. These I got today, which, and so, like I explained in the other video, there's a funny story about the granolas I'll explain in a minute. Here's the pizza sauce. Now, I did have some left over. This was from the Great Value generic at Walmart, and obviously it wasn't going to last me enough. This one I like better than the ragu because it was actually less calories and less sugar per serving, so obviously I went with this one. This time they didn't have any at all. Now, I got this pizza sauce, and I actually looked at all the pasta sauces, maybe I could substitute, but the pasta sauces were so much worse than the pizza sauce, and now I know why. That's why they pick it. On the back, though, I believe it's 30 calories per serving, which we need 20 calories per serving. Since our serving size is that's actually 1/4 of a cup, so that would actually be within our caloric range. Because I thought the serving size was 2 tablespoons, which is what we're going to have, but 2 tablespoons does not equal 1/4 of a cup. So I actually can have it. I was going to say if it was over by, let's say this serving size was 2 tablespoons and it was over by 10 calories, I would just cut it to 1.5 or 1 and add a little bit of water to stretch it a little bit. But now that I just read that better today, I can have it. Woohoo! Here is some petite diced tomatoes. I would say this. Now, a couple of things. If you see it says all natural, they have some that are all natural. They have some that are regular, which are normal or salted. Last week or the week before, I bought some tomato sauce. It was 2 weeks ago for the taco soup. And I bought all of them all natural, which was with minus the salt, but one that had salt in it snuck in there, and I was appalled by the difference in sodium. The difference between these all naturals, which was like really less or almost zero, and then the can with the regular normal serving or sodium was like 280 for a tiny little can, a tomato sauce can. So make sure when you're getting them, get the all natural ones. Also, another thing when coming to the tomatoes as well is I don't like stewed tomatoes. I don't like cooked tomatoes. That's why I get them petite dice, because they're even smaller and they make them a lot more enjoyable. You don't even notice that they're there. So I love these. I would buy these again, and I am going to from now on only get these because I just don't like the whole chunky ones, and it kind of ruins the dish, I think. But these, I didn't even notice them, and they were actually really enjoyable. Last thing about these petite diced tomatoes is this. Now, the serving size, let me grab this real quick. The serving size on this can is a little bit more. We needed 3.5 cups this week. Now, if you bought a regular size can, it would be 2 servings per container, so a half a cup per container, and you would end up having to buy, if we needed 3.5 cups, you'd have to buy 3. Yes, I think I did that right. Just to make sure you had enough for the week. You'd actually have to buy 4 because you'd have to have enough for 7 days. This one, actually, the nice thing is that this is going to last me for, because look, 6 servings times a half a cup. So we're actually going to get our serving size, because actually, well, we need a half a cup a day. Now, I do have an extra one in there, so that's for the last day. But here's the nice thing about it is, I looked at the other tomatoes, and in the regular size can, they were 68 cents a piece. This one was $1.24 for itself. Now, if you would have bought 3-4 of the ones at 60, almost 70 cents, excuse me, per can, you would have spent about $2.80, you know, rounding up. Now, this, I got what I needed, and it was only $1, like $24, $28. So make sure that you do compare prices. Make sure that you do the math, because here I got what I needed in 1 can. And the great thing is it was absolutely better than, you know, what I would have paid if I would have got them separately. And a lot of people don't do that. Speaking of which, also with the lemons were 20 cents or 22 cents a piece, singular. They had a bag that was on sale for, I believe it was like $3.88 for 9 of them. Now, $3.88 for 9 sounds like a good deal, but if you actually do the math, 22 cents times 9, that's going to be $1.98. So you would have saved a lot more if you would have just got them singular versus the bag. Just, you know, little tips and stuff, and I hope I did the math right. I'm pretty sure that I did, but just in case, don't make fun of me. Here's some black beans. Actually, by the way, I got these lemons to put in some water because I love lemon water. Back here we have some tortillas that have been frozen. I have 2 packages that I carried over from previous weeks. This I had from previous weeks, the Parmesan cheese. The string cheese, I forgot at the store. And good thing I have one left, so I could get it tomorrow, and this I can have for tomorrow. I also couldn't find the spaghetti squash, excuse me, which I'm going right now to get the string cheese and the spaghetti squash because I need to have it for tomorrow's food as well. Of course, we did the edamame beans, and those are shelled, frozen. I had them from the first week, I believe it was, or the second. Broccoli again, oranges, garlic. Here is yellow squash. I love these. These are really pretty. You can make them all different kinds of ways. You could thinly slice them, saute them. No butter, guys. You know, stay away from the butter. Maybe some non-stick spray would be good for you, and some seasoning. No salt. It's, you know, salt you want to stay away from. I've never cooked with salt. I don't think that you need it if you're cooking right. This I got basil, fresh basil, but look, it is local. If you can get locally grown anything, please do, especially if you could get in the store. Obviously, it's more convenient to go into the store with me right now, but I'm going to be making transition to the farmer's market once summer or spring comes. And if you could just, if you could smell that, it smells so good. Now, rosemary was also on the menu, but I really am not fond of it as much as I am of basil, so we're good. Now over here we have the chicken. I did buy another pack this week, even though I didn't have to because I had a lot from last week, because it was on sale, like $1.69 a pound at another store, so I got the compared prices. I couldn't pass it up. Regular, it was $9.69 here at $1.97 a pound, so I saved a couple of bucks on that as well. Another thing I want to show you guys is, obviously I have my sandwich baggies, my scale. You see me with these every week. Here's my glutamine. And what I do for my detox and my fiber every day, I take glutamine and fiber together before bed. So I put them in these little containers, my glutamine and my fiber, and then I put a separate one on top of it that's the detox. Now, I bought 4 of these at the store. If you can see, they're little tiny Rubbermaid. This is what I usually take my water in, but it's a little bit bigger. So my goal is, I bought 4, and I'm going to, next time I go, I'm going to buy 2 more, and then 2 more till I have as many as I need. I'm going to have 4 at a time, ready to go with the amount of water I need, and then these, you know, obviously next to it on the counter. So at night, when I take my detox and my fiber and my glutamine, I could just grab the water, unscrew it, drop it in, shake it up, and drink it down. And that way I could just be on the go. I did buy 2 because obviously 1 for fiber, 1 for detox. I bought 4 total, so I'd have 2 days worth. While these are washing and drying, I could be using the other ones. Now, another thing I wanted to recommend to you guys is this is an ice cube tray. It's a silicone ice cube tray. It's flexible, so you can pop them out easier. I will say this, it's kind of hard if you want to put them in a peculiar space like I did on the door of the freezer, because obviously they move and bend a little bit, but they're pretty solid back here. Now, the reason why I like these, not only because they pop up really good, but because they're slimmer and they're longer, they're really good for water bottles or water on the go. So if you're having trouble, you know, crushing your ice cubes so they fit into your water bottle, this is why they made these. So you could just freeze them up and drop them in. I definitely recommend that. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about is the Favao Handy Dandy notebook, because I carry it with me all the time to the gym. And one thing that I love the most, that's one of my favorite, is they actually have the workouts. Day 1, upper body, your core, I don't know if you can see that, your cardio, and how many reps to do. And obviously it progresses as the time goes along. But let's just say you want to do a military press and you're not exactly sure what that means. What you do is you go in the back of your Favao book and you look for it. Where would the military press be? Let's see. It's not here. That's legs and glutes. That's legs and glutes. Military press. And there is a beautiful, lovely woman. I want to say that's Trish Allen because it looks kind of like her, and I hope it is, but, you know, don't want to put her on the spot if it is or if it isn't. And it also tells you if you're more advanced, you know, what you can do and things like that as well. And you obviously work up. You start with dumbbells and you work up to this bar as well. I love that. It's like having your own personal trainer with you all the time, because you don't need to ask what's next. You don't need to ask how to do it. It's, hey, this is what's next. This is the order it goes in, and you're done. So I absolutely adore that about this Favao system. Isabel Marie 13, down 30.5 pounds in 2 months, 8 weeks with Favao, day 56 of the 12-week challenge. Down 11 inches off my waist, 10.5 off my hips. I'm loving it. I look good. I feel good. If you couldn't notice on the other video I did today on the weigh-in, I'm very, very, very excited and ecstatic about the way I look, the way I feel. It gets better and better every single week. So thank you guys so much for all your support, your love. If you need anything, go ahead and follow my progress or ask me anything at facebook.com/IsabelMarie13. Or you can also go to youtube.com/IsabelMarie13. If you want to know more about Favao, I definitely recommend going to visit www.screwdiets.com. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next videos. I'll see you on the slimmer side. And like I said, with Favao, healthy never looked and tasted so good. Bye, guys.